Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. I am not a fitness expert. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a certified trainer. Heck, I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But I am an independent team Beachbody coach, and I've successfully completed P90X and P90X Plus several times, and I want to talk about it. 2, 1, Happy New Year! Oh, come on, people. Give me a little confetti, will ya? That's better. Happy New Year to y'all. Let's get this stuff off here. And man, 2009 rocked, but 2010, I have a hunch, is going to be even better, if that's even possible. So many things to talk about, and spent time yesterday sitting and thinking about the upcoming year, and of course, setting those goals, resolutions, things like that, and we've all done that, but at least hope you've set some sort of mission for the year. I know that people have their own opinions about resolutions and things like that. But I sat back, and one thing I think is really important is to go back and acknowledge and review all the highlights that you have personally done over the past year. And I sat there at the coffee shop, and I intended to just create a list, and all of a sudden it started really going. I'm gonna actually have my little sheet here, but just a few of the highlights. I did put quite a few of these on my blog at putyourselffirst.com. But one of the big highlights, at least in the fitness world, was conquering that beast called insanity. That was absolutely huge. But I started the year and ended the year with Shakeology Extreme. Absolutely love that program. I'm going to be going back to it quite a few times. I think even though last year this Shakeology was introduced, I think 2010 is going to be the year of Shakeology. We might want to dub that the Shakeology year. I think people are really starting to catch on and realize what an amazingly phenomenal product this is, and all the things that you get from it. So that was definitely a highlight this past year. 108 coaches joined my team this past year, and I have to think, if I'm just one person, 108 people have joined my team. How many teams are out there, and how many people are we affecting and impacting by just leading by example, getting ourselves healthy and fit, and sharing with others? So that, as I took a look back at the 2009, I'm like, holy cow, 108. That was pretty amazing. I did back in November started my very first email newsletter, and that's been great. And as a matter of fact, this upcoming newsletter for January, I talked about 365 days. December 31st, 2010 is a long way off, and how about making it to March? And there's a way that we can change, and really impact this entire year just in those first 3 months. And I addressed that in the newsletter, so that was really great. One of the things I'm going to start coming up in 2010, actually with this podcast, I'm going to do what we're calling, we're, like I'm a bunch of us, what I'm going to call lower third, right down here, shout outs. And every so often during the podcast, I'm going to give shout outs to people. I guess I'm taking a page from Tony Horton's one-on-one book, where he actually gives verbal shout outs. I'm going to do lower third shout outs. So watch for your name upcoming. So those are some of the really major highlights. I mean, there were, I probably wrote 50 or more things from the past year. As you can tell, 2009 was pretty mind-blowing for me, and so that was just something that I think is very important to do. Go back, acknowledge the things that you accomplished. Even acknowledge those things that you still have, unresolved things, or things that you need to carry over into this next year, and do those things. But it's important to give yourself a pat on the back for the things that you did do. It's so easy to think of all the lows and everything like this, and hurdles and things that derailed us for one reason or another. But I think it's looking back and seeing what did you accomplish, what were the highlights. That's going to push you and drive you through in planning for this next year. Now, speaking of next year, I'm going to do a couple of things that I am going to really try to I'm going to share with you over the next few weeks. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it all, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to set my sheet back here. One of the things, before I forget, I've got my little Shakeology banner here. Tune in to teambeachbody.com and go under the, find the contests area. They're giving away $1,000 a week to one person, who submits a form. If you're using or drinking Shakeology, you can submit this form, and they do a random drawing every week. $1,000. It's pretty amazing and phenomenal. And then they're asking for transformation stories, just like they do with fitness, and they're giving away $5 grand. You'll have to see the details on that, and I'll probably talk about that a little bit later down the road. But I've already got my form filled out and ready to go. That started January 1st, so got to get that in. PT is going to start his year doing doubles. It's been a couple years since I've ramped up the doubles thing, since the $1 Million Body Game contest, where I was a candidate for as a finalist, and so I ramped up the workout game. This year, I'm going to kind of step out my comfort zone, and I just got 2 workouts just the other day, and they aren't even opened yet and haven't been used yet as the recording of this podcast. One is Rev Abs. I've heard quite a few people getting some really good results. I did do the preview disc at one point, and was uncertain whether it was for me or not. And so I needed to hear more from people that were out there. We all have a fitness personality, and I needed to learn more. Found there were a few people out there using it, really liking it, so that was good enough for me. So I'm going to do Rev Abs in the morning, and then stepping out of my comfort zone, I'm going to do a workout called Brazil Butt Lift. And so that will be done in the evenings. To tell you the truth, other than the funky title that goes along with this, I don't know anything about these workouts. Talk about uneducated. Jumping in blindly. So I'm sure that I'm in for a real treat. Going to combine those 2 workouts, and you can follow my journey along the next few weeks with the podcast and see where it goes. Over the next few months, and 2010 is going to be quite a unique start. So just like with Chalene Extreme, I can't wait. Well, Happy New Year from Perry Tinsley here, Power Blast Podcast. I look forward to fabulous 2010 with you. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.